Hello. There is something you can meet relatively often in job requirements. What is the meaning of these team player or team skills requirements? Even in management positions, you can see relatively often a requirement to build a collaboration, for example, between product management, marketing, and sales teams, or whole departments. How to do that? This is the topic of this video. Welcome! Teamwork is as important as preparing a strategy or doing a prioritization of requirements. The reason for that is that when a strategy is prepared or requirements are prioritized, somebody needs to do it with other colleagues, to do it together. And usually it's required to reach your milestones more quickly and for attaining better results. There is a huge mass of different corporate cultures. In some organizations, you just need to wait for a command. There are corporate cultures where people are used to synchronize implementation steps. At these cultures, everybody knows who does what and why. The topic of this video is exactly the teamwork at these companies. We will start with the most difficult items, but we will go quickly. And here are 8 tips on how to set up good teamwork. Are you ready to accept the fact that another opinion may exist, and this other opinion may lead to better results, and do that more quickly? If the answer is no, then it would be probably more relevant for you to work with colleagues who are waiting for commands. If the answer is yes, then here comes something relatively difficult but doable. One of the most difficult elements of the teamwork is to follow these 5 steps. Ask a question, for example, an open question. Then wait for an answer and don't interrupt it. When the answer comes, listen to it very attentively. Write down what you have heard. Think about that before objecting. The key point here is that the target of listening is not to answer something quickly. The target of listening during teamwork is to contemplate what is needed to be considered to complete the work together with the person who answers. If you work in a management position and somebody from your team has proposed you something, it makes sense to collect opinions from your other team members about this topic. It is not always so that the one who actively reaches you always has the only suitable solution. You need to know the work culture of your team members. It is not often when your colleagues ask you to write a list with improvement points and development proposals for them. In some cases, your colleagues may be not so happy about your feedback. In this case, you need to prioritize your list and to select the most important element from it, and to start with communicating a tiny part of this element, for example 10% of it. In this case, your team member may guess what may be an expected change or an action from him. If you face a situation when you need to explain the same stuff to the same colleague again and again, please be patient. It may be the situation when this information is very new for your colleague. If you are out of time, please find somebody who can invest his time and explain this topic to your colleague. If you have a new idea, and if this idea is relatively new for your team and for your company, please be very patient, especially if you don't work in your company's management board. The more unusual your proposal is, the more communication you need to make about it. And don't forget to synchronize with every team member which benefits the implementation of your proposal could bring to each of them. We have gone through the 5 important and relatively difficult items. Now we can switch to something easier in implementation. If you communicate via video calls, please turn on your camera. Believe me, it's not about your hairstyle. It's important that your conversation partner can see that you exist and you pay attention to the call. Are you interested to hear in the beginning of the meeting how your colleagues are doing? If the answer is no, you need to ask yourself why all of you have landed to this job. A bit better mood resulting from your small talk can both contribute to your health and help to achieve better and quicker results. If the answer is yes, you may listen to how your colleagues are doing and share something positive with them. I have touched on this topic already, and I would like to stress it again here at the end of this video. The same regularly as you do teeth brushing. You need to check what you do for the sake of your collaborative team atmosphere. I wish you a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and have the most collaborative teamwork.